might face some issues, but I do not allow myself to have that as an issue. So I'm not really concerned about that. Like if someone, I face a lot of no's.
Yeah.
I face a lot of no's. Like the only thing I hear as an independent artist is no. If that's because of my skin color or that's because they don't want to work with me, I don't care.
No.
So I don't let myself get concerned with my skin color because it's not an issue.
Oh, I like that.
So I'm not going to make it an issue.
I like that.
If they say no, you move on.
Yep.
If I start concerning myself about people telling me no because I'm Black, I'm not going to be an artist. Because then that's going to be my full-time job. And I ain't got no time for that.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome again to another episode of Africans Abroad, the podcast. This is your humble host, Christopher Eves Riggs. Listen, I'm really pumped and excited about this episode. And that's because I have with me a superstar in the making. I do not personally know this young lady, but from what I've gathered so far, I can definitely say that she is really talented. She is smart, ambitious, hardworking, and I also noticed that she's very humble. I know that she happens to be a Liberian residing in Norway, pursuing a career as a musical artist and songwriter. She has several hit singles on Spotify, YouTube, including her newly released music video, Hooked. I got that right. That already has over 100,000 views on YouTube. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, the next African Abroad on the Africans Abroad podcast happens to be the beautiful and talented Miss Anne Princess Johnson. Welcome, Anne.
Thank you, Christopher.
Can I call you
What
Anne?
a great introduction.
Yeah, that was good. Good,
Yeah,
good,
that was
good.
great.
I'm glad you like it.
Humble is what I try to be.
Yeah, I gathered that from the little communication that we had to get you here, and I really, really appreciate that. Like that's a value of mine that I cherish. Yeah. So, firstly, I have to say, like I said earlier, I really appreciate you being here. You got a lot going on, I know that, but you were able to take some time out of your busy schedule to be here, and I appreciate it a lot. So you've been invited on the podcast to have an open and honest conversation about your journey, your story as an African living in the diaspora. We'll touch a little bit about your background from Africa, but you have a lot going on here, and I think we will, spend some time on that. So, you the star here. Just feel free to share what you want, what you're comfortable with sharing, and feel comfortable. All right, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't we start off with a little introduction? Tell the audience who you are and what you do.
My name is Anne Princess. My full name is Anne Princess Johnson Kofa. I was born in Liberia, but I was raised in Nigeria. Okay. And then I grew up in Norway. So I am currently in Norway. When I'm not doing music, I work 2 jobs, a full-time job and then a weekend job. And then I drink alcohol. That is what I have time to do.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, I used to play soccer, just a regular girl.
Huh?
Now trying to do big in the music
Big
industry.
things.
Yeah.
That's that is wonderful. Well, obviously, I see that you are doing a lot, and it seems like it's just the beginning, and I'm really super excited to talk a bit about it. But before we do, I just want to ask you. You mentioned born in Liberia, grew up in Nigeria, and then Norway. Um, Between Liberia, Nigeria, and coming to Norway, what was the reason or the opportunity that presented itself that gave you that allowed you to relocate to Norway?
The reason why we moved from Nigeria to Norway,
Yeah, pretty much. Or
or how it came about.
why you moved from Nigeria to Norway, or even why you moved from Liberia to Nigeria, why you moved from Nigeria to Norway, and how that opportunity came about.
To explain the whole process,
No, just it's just
just a quick,
briefly,
like,
yeah, just a
yeah.
quick. Um,
So it all started with my mom and my father,
mhm,
and then a war that broke out, a civil war in Liberia,
mhm,
and we had to move from Liberia to Nigeria, because of the war. And we came to Norway as refugees,
mhm,
and the reason why we did that was because of my father,
mhm,
because my mother didn't want me to grow up in that kind of environment,
mhm.
and he wouldn't let me leave, and she wouldn't leave without me. Normal parent stuff.
Right.
So it became problematic for her for me to stay there. So we had to kind of get away from my father. And she applied to a lot of countries through UN,
Hmm.
and Norway was one of the few countries that allowed us to come.
Right.
And I think it was also due to the fact that we were refugees. So our case was, it was like urgent.
Yeah. Okay. What year was that?
I think we came in 2000.
In 2000. Okay.
I
Right.
was 6, 7.
Wow. Okay. So you moved to Norway in 2006, 7 years old. Um, what were your earliest? What was your experience? The experience of you growing up in Norway as a kid, and if I gathered correctly, with a single mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was those experiences like for you?
Um, as a kid, I didn't know the language that much. And Norway did a great job to like put us into activities. Like they gave us a family that we hung out with at Christmas.
Hmm.
Um, like we were directed a woman who like drove us around to see Norway. So growing up, like, and then we were centered when we first came, we got an apartment, which was like an apartment where every people who came to Norway got. So like we were surrounded with a lot of kids and a lot of refugees.
Okay.
So I had a lot of people to play with.
Yeah.
So growing up for me, it was like new place, no worries, cool
Mm.
stuff. Like I think it was more harder for my mom. Of course, it was harder for my mom. Like she
Yeah.
was the one who had to go to school, work, da 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 da.
Hmm.
But for me as a kid, it was great. But then I started growing up and learning the language,
Hmm.
and then teenage issues came into play. But I would say that Norway took really good care of us.
That's
And
good.
it was like back in the days when everything was new, so they wanted to show how good Norway was.
Yeah.
It's a different story now because there's a lot
Right.
of, yeah, now they're trying to push them away.
Right. True. True. My experiences were kind of similar, even though I was a teen, in my late
Yeah.
teenage when I came here. But yeah, the times has changed a lot
Times
since
have
then.
changed.
It's changed. Which city was that, by the way? When you first
Lead,
lead,
lead.
beside drumming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
besides German.
besides
Yeah.
drumming. Awesome. All right, all right, all right. Well, you know what? Let's jump right into it. Okay, I'm really excited to just talk about this music thing that you got going on. When did you start with music? What sparked, or when did you start with it, and what sparked the interest in you?
I didn't know music. Like everybody listened to music, but I didn't know music. And I've told this story before, but it started when my mom and I traveled to Denmark. We were visiting her friend, and her friend had a child, and her and I were in a room one day, and then we were listening to Britney, and we were singing on top of Britney, and then she went, "Oh, you have a really good voice." And I think I was 16, 16, 17. And then I was like, "Oh, really? Well, thank you." And then I thought, okay, let me use this, win some couple of music programs, get a couple of millions, get some friends, and buy my mom a house. Like it was going to be that easy.
You had a plan.
Yeah, I had a plan. Like someone just said, "You have a good voice," and I was like, "Okay, I'm Beyonce. Thank you."
Yes, ma'am.
And it didn't turn out that way.
No.
But that was the light though
Yeah,
that started everything.
that was it. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. So, I understand that um, you went to. Let me see. You got a degree in psychology.
Yes.
What I'm interested in knowing is, did you know before you started studying that you were going to do music, or did you start studying and realize that you were just that interested in music that you had to do something about it?
I always knew that I was going to do music.
Okay.
Even though I got denied like every single time I went for like Idol, Norwegian's Got Talent, and they were like, no, 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 no.
Oh, so you have been
Um,
trying all of those.
oh yes, yes. The reason time was like 2 years ago before COVID,
Yeah.
and one of them they were like, "You're good, but you're not good enough. You should be doing something else." And that
Wow.
was like in 2018.
Wow.
Um, so it was really recent. But even after that, like I knew that music was what I wanted to do. But I also knew that I wanted to study because you're in Norway. Why not?
Of course.
At least just get an education, and then like you're not gonna lose it. And there is not that much stuff out there that I would like to study. I don't like finance, so that wasn't going to happen. I like taking care of people, but I don't want to work with that. So that wasn't gonna happen. So like the only thing that really interested me was psychology. And I was writing like while I was studying, but it you can't really focus 100% on two things. So you kind of have to pick.
Correct.
So music was like on the sideline, and then I had to just, finish my studies.
Okay. I was going to ask why psychology, but you mentioned something about that. Do you like talking to people? I mean,
Yes, I like listening to
you like
people, and I
listening.
like understanding why they do what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also like to manipulate people. So I would like to know how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Like now that I'm selling tickets, you need to know how to get into people's minds.
That's true. That
Yeah,
is true. And from what I saw, you doing pretty good with that.
I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So what was your first break? How did that come about?
My first break, I would say, was the Daily Mail, um, and Sky News.
Uh-huh.
And that was the first year of my career. Like everything started in 2018, or yeah, I think 2018. with my first single, Middle of the Night. And I used a PR company first, and that PR company didn't do anything. They just took my money and they didn't do anything. So you like you learn as you go in this industry. You lose a lot of money to learn. But then the second PR agency was great. So they used my story, my background, to get me an interview with Sky News, and was it? No, I think it was Sky News and Daily Mail. And after that, like my name just spread. Um, and people just started messaging me like, "Hey, sister, you go, girl."
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got a manager out of that. So that was great.
Okay. So this was an initiative you took yourself to work on that. Your first, that was your first song, right? That you put out.
Yeah.
Your first
Yeah.
single that you put out. You worked on it and then hired a PR agent yourself to get it out. Wow,
Yes.
you go,
Yes.
girl. Impressive. Wow. Okay, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
Oh man, that's amazing. I'm stunned for real. And now, I mean, that was 2 years ago, you say,
Yeah, that was yeah.
and
Yeah.
now,
3. Yeah.
yeah, about it, yeah. Because I remember, I think that was it the Daily? I think it was the Daily Mail article that I read when I first
Yeah.
heard about you. It was on
Yeah, you
Facebook too.
see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Jeez. Uh, and now your song "Hooked" has over 100,000 views on YouTube. Your cover of Sam Smith's "Fire on Fire," which I love, it's amazing.
Thank you.
It has about 70,000 plays on Spotify. This is why, which is your latest single, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's doing pretty well too. And ladies and gentlemen, she has an upcoming album release in September.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
Yes, yes, yes. It's going to be just a mixture of confused artists. Because everybody's like, what's your sound? Who are you as an artist? Blah blah blah. Like when you're an independent artist, you don't know
Yeah.
that. Like you get all these people to help you figure that out. And then you sell that image. So being an independent artist, I don't know. Like I sing songs.
Yeah.
So I don't have like a sound, and then you hear that sound throughout the album. You get different songs,
Yeah.
different genres.
Yeah. That's actually true from what I've listened to. Um,
Yeah.
but you are referred to as a pop artist, though,
Yes,
mostly.
because I keep telling people that I'm a pop artist.
Yeah.
They want to put me in like that soul category
Yeah.
because of my voice. And then some people want to put me in the R&B category.
That's tough.
Yeah, I'm a pop artist.
Yeah. I would say that too.
Yeah.
I would say that too. Um, I really like music, by the way, and I've followed a lot of, at least my childhood days with the R&B and soul and stuff, So I feel like I know where soul and R&B would be placed, and from
Yeah.
what I've listened to, it's
Yeah.
still on the pop edge.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is. It is absolutely. And if it
But you
changes,
can,
I'll let you know.
thank you. Maybe you could be my genre manager.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I work for free, really. I just love that.
Yeah, just tell me what genre it is I'm singing.
Yeah, we
But
got
can't
it.
you have like a mixture of everything? Like, can't you just,
You can actually. You actually can. A lot of artists try to, switch it up a bit.
yeah,
But it's like you said, you coming up, and right now you make different songs.
yeah,
You have some that are more on the mellow side, and but the latest ones they're pop.
yeah,
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 I would say that.
yeah.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
I would say that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, listen, y'all. If you wait, let me ask first. The ticket sales, is it limited?
The early birds is still out.
Okay.
And after the early bird are sold out, then the regular tickets are going to be there till the concert date.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, then you heard it. Look, y'all, go out there, buy the ticket. I bought two. I don't know who I'm taking yet, but I got
Ooh.
yeah. So go out there. If you live in Oslo, um, you live in Oslo, East Coast, wherever it could be. The concert is in Oslo, like 24th of September. We've been on lockdown for a while, y'all. So get vaccinated and go get your ticket and get out there. All
It's
right.
gonna be wild.
Yeah, yeah. It will be. I look forward to it. I really do. And I'm gonna attach whatever links I can under the description of this video on YouTube, so that you can just follow her. She's amazing. So that's the little album promo from me.
Thank you. I'll send the check.
Good, good, good. And Princess, how do people call you?
Anne Princess.
Yeah, let's forget
Trying
that.
to destroy my
Let's
name.
forget that.
And Princess.
And Princess. Okay.
Yes,
All right,
correct.
cool. Who do you dream of collaborating with?
Ooh. In Norway, Arif. That would be great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be great. And then I also I have a plan, and it's going to be a plan to collaborate with Mira. There's not a lot of people who've heard about her, but she's a rapper from Bergen.
From Bergen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig her. She's cool.
Yeah, I think that we could get like a girl power thing going on there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Audie
yeah,
from me though.
yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
everyone in one song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hmm. But on
That.
the wider scale,
Uh-huh.
Sam Smith, Adele would be great. Now I'm just, picking the big names. Why not?
Well, you got to
Um,
shoot. Yeah.
yeah, right.
Yeah, of course.
Aziza.
I don't know who that is, but
Maybe I'm saying her name wrong, but it's Aziza.
okay. All right.
Yeah, she's an American R&B artist.
Okay. Cool. All right. Um, how do you picture the pinnacle of success in your career? Sure. Maybe I should rephrase.
It's a huge
It
question.
is. It is. Okay. Let's drop it down to 5 years. Where do you see yourself as an artist in 5 years?
Um, well, this year, just to break down the 5 years, this year is going to be me making a mark on social media. The plan is to move to the United States, because like the people that I'm working with are over there, so it's just natural for me to be there.
Yeah.
And then the couple of years is going to be me traveling around, like doing what people did back in the days, just taking cities by city, doing live performances, getting your name into clubs, getting your name to DJs, getting your name on radio so that you get booked faster, festivals. Yeah, it's just in the next 5 years, it's me establishing myself as an artist by performing as much live as I can. Um, yeah, doing shows, interviews, radio, doing a little tour.
Yeah. Sounds fun. Sounds
Sounds
fun.
tiring.
Yeah, that too. But nobody says that.
Yeah, but edit that out.
Right. Uh-huh. So I got a couple of questions that it's actually four. I called it the balance, or is there a balance? And yeah, I'm actually interested or excited to see how you're gonna answer these. It's not crazy. It's not.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What are the day-to-day challenges you face in the industry as a Black African woman?
To be honest, I don't I don't like I might face some issues, but I do not allow myself to have that as an issue. So I'm not really concerned about that. Like if someone I face a lot of no's.
Yeah.
I face a lot of no's. Like the only thing I hear as an independent artist is no. If that's because of my skin color or that's because they don't want to work with me, I don't care.
No.
So I don't let myself get concerned with my skin color because it's not an issue.
Oh, I like that.
So I'm not going to make it an issue.
I like that.
If they say no, you move on.
Yep.
If I start concerning myself about people telling me no because I'm Black, I'm not going to be an artist. Because then that's going to be my full-time job. And I ain't got no time for that.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So to answer your question, I don't face
Good.
any issues because of my race.
That's why I was excited to ask you these questions. All right. Good. um, I have the flip side of that question, though. The privileges that you have as an African living in Norway, living in the West, and pursuing a career as you are.
There's many. I can take one which I'm marketable because I'm not I'm not the norm. I'm not the majority. So I'm easily marketable because I'm different. I can see that. Um, but being where I am right now, the privilege of the privileges that I have is I'm blessed, as you said, I'm blessed enough to work so that I can finance my dreams. Um, and I'm just blessed enough to be stable while I'm climbing. And I know that there's a lot of people who don't have that,
Yeah.
especially in the United States. People are struggling financially to just support their dreams. And that's why a lot of people fall out. And I don't have that problem right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is going great so far. um, let's see. The worst experience you've had, if you can just pick out one that's the most memorable. And I mean within Norway, just something that stands out.
As an artist or as an African?
Generally, it could be as an artist, normal life.
Like when just the first thing that pops out in my mind is the recent time that I was doing the idol thing. Um, because I did take a little break after that because as an independent artist, you value the opinions of people who are in the industry.
Yeah.
And if they're telling you to quit, then maybe it's true. And it was harsh. It was like it's three people sitting there looking at someone who's just trying. And then one after one, they go, "You're okay, but you're not good enough. You should be doing something else. You should quit." Like, and it just made me think, nobody wants to work with me. Because after that was just continuously failing and failing and failing. And then that just, made it worse. So I remember having that mentality that nobody wants to work with me.
Wow.
But then on the positive side, I went, nobody wants to work with me, so I have to do it alone. But it took me a little while to get to the end. Yeah.
Huh. So that was kind of a fuel that got you fired up in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a while.
After a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes we need time to,
Yeah.
build up the energy again. So
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Now let's flip that around too. The most memorable act of kindness as an
That
artist.
someone's
Yeah,
towards me.
towards you.
Ay, ay, ay.
And it doesn't matter again as an artist or just normal life,
Woof. As an artist, I would say that every time anyone asks me to perform, I don't know if as an artist that would be it, because it's just a validation that they want you there,
Yeah.
they want to hear you. In general, I don't know. What about you? Maybe it'll spark something in my mind. I'm flipping the question over.
She's gonna interview me. All right, we can make this interesting. Let me see.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know if I would consider an act of kindness, but something that I experienced during my last job interview where I've worked for the past almost 3 years. The fact that I was able to show up in a room twice for first and second interview, and nobody in that room made it obvious that I'm an African or a black engineer. It was just focused on my career and what, my qualities and what I had to offer. And frankly, that followed up even after starting that job. It was like, like it wasn't noticed, and it was so much appreciated. Yes, because I've experienced that so many times in meetings and at customers and all of that, where I'm the only black person, and it always kind of slips out, like, where you from, or how did you get here, or
Subconsciously, they're
Yes.
making you feel like you don't fit in.
Yeah. But that's something that I really, I really thrive there right now at my job. But that was something that really stood out to me. At least the most recent thing that I can put out. Like, there was nothing. It was only, it was just a normal, interesting, amazing conversation without pulling that rabbit out of the basket. Hey, yeah. So,
That's a big one, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever said it before. I don't think I have, but it stands out.
Yeah. That's a huge one.
Anyways,
I have one. It's when I was when I moved out for the first time, I didn't have a lot of money. And I didn't have money for food and gas. And that like and my mom didn't also have money. I don't remember if I asked her, but it happened twice where I had to ask like my coworkers for to borrow money, and I don't do that. So for me it was pretty huge, and really embarrassing. But they gave me money, and it wasn't like, okay, when am I gonna get it back? Like, okay, why? Like they're just like, how much? And I was like, and then they gave me the money, and then I pay them back. So that was, yeah,
nice.
that was an act of kindness.
Yeah. You see, it comes to mind.
It
You
comes to
just
mind
got to think about it a little bit.
when you're inspired by somebody else. It comes to
I inspired you. Yeah. You
yes.
had to interview me too.
Had to switch it up.
Yeah. I like that. Um, all right. We can start summing this up with, let me see, 3 words or phrases that you would use to sum up your experiences, your story, your journey so far. 3 words or phrases.
To summon up my career so far,
Your entire journey, I mean, your life before career, your career is what got you there, so it's I mean, pretty much the entire thing, to broaden it a bit.
okay. Um, the mind can be the strongest tool you have, and it can be the weakest tool you have. Um, because if you decide that you're not going to make it, then your mind is going to believe you. Because the mind is stupid, it believes what you tell it to believe. So it will start confirming the fact that you're not going to make it. But if you tell yourself that you are strong enough to do whatever you want and need to do in life, then your mind is going to get you through. That was 1,000 words. I don't know if that was 3 phrases. That was not. The mind can be the strongest and weakest tool that you have. You just have to choose which way you want to go.
That would do it. All right, all right, all right.
Because from my experiences, I could easily have given up
Yeah.
so many times. But you choose differently.
I mean, that's the story of most successful people, and I especially like the affirmation part, to yourself, telling yourself that you can, and as you tell it, you say it, you start to believe it. I heard somebody put it in a way that if you lie long enough, you start believing your lie. Why not
Exactly.
start telling yourself the lie that you want to become, and then at some point you're going to believe it and become it.
Exactly. Because the mind is stupid.
Yeah, yeah. We feed it whatever we want to feed it.
Yes.
I actually read it was an article that was about you too, that you were asked. I thought that was great. I thought that was powerful. That you were asked, what motivates you, and you said you motivate yourself. I thought that was
That was
amazing.
the headline. Like people can misunderstand that.
No, but I thought it was amazing. I totally get it. Like, I mean, people that can motivate themselves, you fear them. Like, really,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't need motivation from anywhere. You motivate yourself. That's super. I'm excited to see where you're going. Really, really. And Princess, any future plans for Africa?
Yes, yes, yes. Some areas are a little bit still off limits. But I plan on doing an African tour. I'm taking the whole world. I just have to, start slowly.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Uh, all right. Man. How's It's funny. How's your Liberian English?
My Liberian English. I don't speak Liberian English like to anybody but my mom.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm slowly losing it, but it's like
No, you can't lose it. You
yeah,
can't lose
I
it. You can't
know.
lose it. It's
Yeah, I know. So you want to go eat?
yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
I was hungry.
But I feel like I haven't spoken. I don't speak that to anybody. So it's something that I
Apart
need
from
to
your
warm
mom. Okay.
doing. Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll take
But
over.
you also don't have that. Like when you're talking to me, you don't have that.
Yeah, that's because I'm able to manipulate my
Right.
yeah. But I've also been joked that even when I am speaking Liberian English, that I don't really speak it that well, and I get offended because I think like my Liberian English is the bomb. Like,
Okay. Can I?
oh, you gonna test me?
Yeah,
Oh
can
hell
you
no,
say
no, no,
something?
no, no.
Oh no, okay. Yeah.
Come on, you gonna put me out like
Maybe
that?
at my concert.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, yeah,
And my mom's coming.
good.
We can practice with her.
Now I practice. I mean, I feel like I'm good.
Right, you don't need to
I
practice. I'm
don't need to
sorry.
practice. No,
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
you do.
sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
we can test it out.
Are you gonna? I hope you're not gonna drive because a concert being sober isn't really a concert. It's a meeting.
And usually when I go to Oslo, I do drive, but I take a hotel and spend the night. So I think yeah, yeah,
Expensive weekend.
cool, cool, cool. So let's say that it's a wrap. This has been wonderful. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I really look forward to the heights that you're gonna reach, the heights you're gonna pursue, where you're gonna go. I think I mean, skies are the limits for you. So I'll be following and cheering you up. And I hope to have you back here sometime, when you're a superstar and be like, yeah, I talked to her.
Yeah, and then we can see the two different
Yeah,
times towards.
yeah, yeah. But really amazing, really amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Christopher, for having me. I really appreciate you taking time to get to know me as an artist.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
All right, all
Well,
right,
then I'll talk to you in September.
all right.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Okay then.
Have a nice evening.
You too.
Yeah, would you want that? Or we could take it slow a minute, then we end up in